Hi everyone, it's Anja here and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And we are at week 5 of our mystery cal. So we've made quite a few tiles already, parts to the cal, and this week we are going to make 4 big tiles. So these tiles are made up each of 4 Ophelia squares and then dainty clusters around them. So we are going to make 16 Ophelia squares in 4 colorways. We are keeping those colorways together per tile. I am then also playing with the colors a little bit in those dainty clusters around them. So let me just get started. I know you probably know how to make the Ophelia square by now, but of course, you know, I have to show you. So I've done my slip knot. I'm going to do 5 chains. And of course, for the colorway, you are going to go to the blog. There will be a table showing you 4 different types of squares that you will have to make, so different colorways, and each time as well, after the row that you've joined them, it continues, and that then means that you are going to go round all 4 of them. So let me just do my 2 chains, and now I'm going to do my 15 double crochets into the circle. Now, as you can see in the corner of my picture there, I have prepared this video, you see. I have prepared the 4 squares, or at least 3, so that if I then made this one together with you, I would be able to join them together and then show you the first row of the dainty cluster row. Can you tell what I've done wrong? Yes, I was far too diligent. And we have in the past few weeks, we have been using row 4 as our join as you go row. So the first square, you do the whole row 4, and then from the next square, you adhere to the next square. I haven't. Yeah, you know, these things happen. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, I've got to count now because I'm distracted. 13, 14, and 15. So I can hear you think, uh-oh, what is she going to do now? She hasn't corrected it. They're still there, you know, not undone. Well, the fact is, I can't undo them because I've sewn in the ends and I can't I cannot find where I did that. There's no way I can undo that last row. Yes, I could make another set, but to be honest, no. Okay, I've got enough to do. Right, okay, what's the second colour here that we're using? I'm having too much fun here. Right, so we started with raspberry. Now we have blush. Oh my goodness. So, starting the second row, we did our slip knot, insert under any V, and let's do a corner. So yes, I sat there, thought about it long and hard, and I've come up with a solution. I'm going to join these, and it's going to look like the join as you go, but it's going to be a fake version of it. And I can hear you think, oh my goodness, what is she up to now? Well, I'll show you in a moment. Let me just finish this square first. Okay, so we've done our corner. I've done the 3 double crochets. No, the 3 half double. Oh, goodness, I'm losing it now. Okay, Anja, calm down. See, I am really excited. I'm really excited because what I'm going to do with you now, what I'm going to show you is fabulous. Right, okay. So I've done my corner, I've done my 3 half double crochets, I've done my corner. Let me continue this round. Okay, just finished the round doing my slip stitch, and I'm going to cut off the yarn. Okay, then we do round 3 in meadow. There we are. Because I love making it look as if it was a flower with a little bit of greenery around it. There we go. And yes, do your invisible weave-ins. I am just too excited. I'm rushing to show you this fake join as you go. Okay, so we are doing the chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch along the 4 sides, of course. Chain 1 and then you do a corner. And I'll see you at the end of the round. Just finishing off my round. There we go. So that's where we're at the moment. So then we are doing round 4. And let me just get my yarn. Where is this start? Oh my goodness. Okay, so in stone, do your slip knot. And to be honest, I might as well just do the whole round of round 4. So starting with your slip knot, yarn over, 2 double crochets, 2 chains and 2 double crochets in a corner space. And then we do our 9 double crochets along the side here. So you skip 1, and from the next one you do 9 double crochets, so 1 in the next 9 stitches. And let me just finish this round. There's the last double crochet and slip stitch to close the round. There we go. So we've got our 4 squares. So now we're going to, of course, you can do it like we have been doing, with the proper join as you go method. But like I said, I was too eager to do this, and I just did them without thinking, preparing for this video. And yeah, I did the 4 rows. So what you can do now is do a fake join as you go. So I'm going to take the same color as, of course, your round 4. I'm going to make a slip knot and put it around my hook. Now I'm going to pretend I'm already crocheting. So you come from this corner here, because that's where you normally start your join as you go. So you go into there, hold the yarn down like this, and then, so hold the yarn like that, then go into the corner there, like you would have done if you were going in there with the proper join as you go. Yarn over the yarn, so sort of twirl it round and bring it up through that chain space, and then through that chain space on your current square, and then through your loop on your hook. Don't do this too tight. Keep it, you know, don't pull it, just keep it slack a little bit so your squares are not puckering up like that, but are next to each other. Then, of course, you would normally be doing your 2 double crochets. So you go under the V and you do a slip stitch. Go under it again and you do a slip stitch. There we go. 2 slip stitches done. Go to the other side. Oh, look here, I've sewn it in, so that's a little bit harder to get into. Go in and do your slip stitch again, pulling it a little bit so it doesn't go too tight. Come back to your double crochets on this side and do, because this time we were normally going to do 3, do 3 stitches, do 3 slip stitches. There we go. Then back to your other square. 1, 2, 3, in there, and a slip stitch. Back to this square. Do you know, I don't know how I came up with this. I don't know even if this exists. But I think, you know, it's fair enough because I've done all the work doing all these squares. I forgot to join them. But this has saved the day. So 3 slip stitches, skipping 3 stitches. Oh, okay. I've only skipped 2, but never mind. It's connected. That's the main thing. And there we go. So we slip stitch into the corner space. You could do a slip stitch, a chain here before you go into there. Just see how much it sort of, you know, needs the, and then you could go back. There we go. Look, look. Can you see the difference? I can't. So I think it's the perfect way to make sure that you do not, you know, have to undo them. So we're now in the middle here. So now I'm going to start doing exactly the same thing as before. So I'm just taking the next square, holding the yarn down, going into the next square there, bringing the yarn up. There's sort of a little bit of dexterity. There we go. Bring that up, and bring that through. Okay, so now I've got it all connected. And now I'm doing the same thing on this side. So slip stitch, and go over to the other side to do your chain there, slip stitch on this side, and so on. And there we go. I think it's actually easier than the official join as you go, because you're not doing the actual stitches. You're not, you know, it's awkward doing the stitches. Doing slip stitches is a lot easier. And I don't think it looks wrong that those slip stitches are lying on top of there. I think it looks perfect, all right. So there we go. And I'll just go into here. No, I'll do a chain for here. You just have to see what you think. And then do another slip stitch there. Yeah, like that. Just sort of, you know, so you connect the last bits here. Right, there we go. So I've connected it this way. So I'm now going to do the same thing for the other direction, this side here, and that will have sorted my problem. I thought it was worth sharing because obviously, you know, we've been doing a lot of these and you might have thought, oh my goodness, you know, just in case you might have done the same. There we go. So I'm doing a slip stitch here. This is a little bit more awkward, of course, because we've got them already sort of attached there as well, but it still works. There we go. Slip stitch. There we are. And then on the other side, insert and attach it. There we go. Oh, no. Yeah. It is working. There we are. And then we skip 3 there. Yep. Now it's going to be a little bit awkward here, but we'll manage. 2 and 3. Skip 3. Get our yarn. There we go. And now for the corner. And into the chain space. There we go. And then you do your thing here. I'm just going to go and lay my yarn over that bridge there, and it doesn't matter because now I'm on the other side and I'm going to do a chain anyway to get to where I need to be. There we go. Voila, that doesn't look wrong. And off we go again. And I'm thinking, you know, it's a revelation because sometimes, you know, you've done your squares, you haven't been able to put them together, or you just, you know, did them and you didn't think that you had to do the join as you go. So this will sort your problems. Let me just finish this row here and I will be back to show you the first round. How many have I done? The first round, yeah, 3 here, yeah, the first round of our dainty clusters. Okay, so the first color for this colorway is apricot, and we're making a slip knot and inserting into a corner, and of course doing a corner. So 2 double crochets, 2 chains and 2 double crochets. And then we are going to start doing dainty clusters. So we're skipping 2 in between the 2 double crochets for a cluster of 2 double crochets. And this is how we are going to continue. And of course, at one point along this particular square, we are going to skip 3 because in the pattern it says to skip the last 3 because it makes sense to write it like that. But to be honest, I think I'm going to skip these 3 here because they sort of seem closer together. There we go. So as long as you skip 3 along each side of a square, that's right, isn't it? Then you should be fine with the count. So I've skipped 1 lot of 3 and now look, I have done my cluster here in the corner space, and then here we are going to do the next one in the corner space as well. And once again, along this little side here, we are also going to skip 3. And I think it makes sense to skip these here because these are nicely in 2. So there we go. You've got to make it work the way it looks most logic. And then of course, after this row, all you're doing is placing the dainty clusters in between the dainty clusters and doing corners where there are corners, of course. And also you are you know, going to the blog, of course, for the colors. Now you will see that you will make square 1 and 2 completely, and then you will use the last row of both squares 3 and 4, so that's row 13, as the joining row. So you are going to join square 3 to square 2, and you are going to join square 4 to square 1. So this is what your final piece should look like this week. So you have 2 pieces of 2 squares together, so you really have 2 rectangles as your finished product this week. So next week is assembly week, so make sure you have made all the parts that we made in all the previous videos, and make sure that you have sewn in all your ends. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!